Welcome back to the channel where we mix things up, and today we're going to be reacting to another Bleach Report article, The Perfect 2020 Free Agent for Every Team. This was made by Grant Hughes, click on his Twitter, and this was made on July 15th, 2020, so it's a little bit outdated. On the picture we do have Marc Gasol. Now I think it's rumored that he's going to go to Spain, so he's just such a good player. Every team would want him. Good defense, good three. So reading this, since you know what, this makes the offseason a little bit tougher, all 30 teams, and also the mid-level exception slash taxpayer is 9.8 million. Okay, so first we have Atlanta Hawks Chris Dunn. I actually like that. Chris Dunn is just such a good defender. He's not going to provide much offense, but when you have Trae Young, John Collins, Clint Capella, DeAndre Hunter, you don't need really offense, but you do need defense with Trae Young. On the Bulls, he was one of the best defenders. I don't know. I think the Bulls should try to keep him. Every team wants a good defender. He even ran some three this year. So, a little bit when Otto Porter was out. So yeah, so I think this is a good fit. I don't know if the Bulls will let go of him. Next we have the Boston Celtics for Harry Giles. So this is of course for something that they want a center who can, I think he can shoot. So about Daniel Tice and Robert Williams. And that's Cantor free agent Grant Williams, but he spent most of his career in Sacramento where he didn't do very well. He's a good energy player, so that's always good for a Boston team. I think, Daniel Tice is actually a pretty underrated player, so I guess get a center, sure. Next we have Mo Harkless of the Brooklyn Nets. So just the low usage I 3 and D. I watched him play. I was in a Clippers game, and he was pretty good. He was able to shoot. He made some clutch buckets. He's 27, and he's just going to be a key role player. This is just signing, so they probably might trade for like a Drew Holiday / a Bradley Beal. So yeah, so they want to keep as much cap, and they could probably get him for like 4 to 5 mil, or a minimum. Next, Jakob for the Hornets. I like it. This is like, he's like 25 years old. They need a center because Bismack Biyombo is going to expire, and Cody Zeller has 1 more year, and those are not your franchise centers. So unless the order goes Anthony Edwards 1 to the T-Wolves, the Warriors trade out of their pick to like the Knicks. It might not be the Knicks, and they draft LaMelo and they get James Wiseman. That's when you don't want Jakob Poeltl. But if they land with like a LaMelo Ball, then I guess that's fine. Next, the Chicago Bulls, Derrick Jones Jr., just an explosive guy. It's with the guy who drafted Bol and Michael Porter Jr. So yeah, this is when Jim Boylen was still there. Of course, he's fired, and they hired, of course, Billy Donovan. So he's just such a good wing player. He's pretty decent on defense, and he can hit the 3-ball, I think. But so, yeah, I guess. He's a strong fit alongside Larry Markin and Wendell Carter. So next, we have Josh Jackson of the Cleveland Cavaliers. So yeah, I like it. So people think that Josh Jackson is a bust, but he showed potential on the Grizzlies, and the Cavs need any potential that they can get. If they can if they can get a really good find in Josh Jackson, that would be amazing. They already have Kevin Porter Jr., so I don't know if Josh Jackson is the guy, but just try to get a boom or bust guy. So his off behavior is pretty bad. He had a hopeless mid-range jumper, but his defense looks pretty good. Yeah, kind of. Okay, next, Dallas Mavericks, Joe Harris. I think that's a pretty good fit. Alongside Luka, you need shooters. Only problem is that he's not the best on defense, and they need more defense on the team. Their best defenders like Dorian Finney, and he's okay. Maybe add like, hopefully, I don't know, Victor Oladipo in the 2021 offseason. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good deal. I don't think the Nets will get rid of him. Alongside KD and Kyrie, everyone wants a shooter. Next, the Denver Nuggets and Glenn Robinson III. Sure, he's a good scorer. Detroit Pistons signing Christian Wood. Okay, this is definitely a good one. When Christian Wood, he put up 13 points, 6.3 rebounds. When Andre Drummond got traded, he averaged like 22 points and like 10 rebounds. That's pretty good. He can space the floor, so that's very good. Hopefully Detroit can bring him back so they can run potentially Killian Hayes if they draft him, Derrick Rose, Sekou Demboya, Luke Kennard, maybe Blake Griffin and Christian Wood, or they can get like a Neko Como and trade Blake Griffin. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. Oh, I love this fit. Marcus Gasol to the Warriors. That's actually a really good fit. Alright, now, I don't know if Marcus Gasol will take the minimum. If he's chasing a ring, I don't know if he'll even get it there because they don't have Kevin Durant anymore. But he's just can space the floor. That's what they want with the Splash Bros. He can play defense. That's always, every team wants a good one. He's gonna fit well. They also lack a post defender with size. And though he's lost mobility, Marcus Gasol could still stop him. Next, Houston Rockets Paul Millsap. This is also a good one. Someone who can shoot the 3-ball. Someone who will play good defense. Now, I don't know. They have to trade some players to free up some cap, but if he's willing to take like $10 million, then maybe. So Jerami Grant would also be a good choice. So he's going to be like a small ball 5. He is a bit old, but if PJ Tucker can run it, Paul Millsap can definitely run it. Next, Indiana Pacers, Tony Snell. Sure, Tony Snell had a $12 million player option, which he declined. That's a lot of money, but the Pistons are bad. So Tony Snell is good on a good team, and he's bad on a bad team. That's just what Tony Snell is. Ooh, LA Clippers with Jay Crowder. I think that's a pretty good fit. I think the Heat will try to sign him to like a 1-year deal. So the Clippers will have Marcus Morris as a free agent. Maybe try to re-sign him. I don't know, but they need a dog. Someone who's willing to play defense, guard the best player, provide effort. Next, re-signing Anthony Davis to the Lakers. It's basically confirmed that he's going to re-sign. They're in the championship. They're up 3-1 right now. They played today. And if they win it, then LeBron's going to win Finals MVP because of these games 3 and 4. He's not been playing very well. But yeah, he still has that good defense. So the LBJ assists on 169 buckets. That's pretty good. KCP, Kenny Cardwell Pope, is also pretty good. I think he might actually be the third option. It's crazy. But yeah, definitely re-sign AD. Next, KCP for the Grizzlies. I think KCP should stay in LA, but the Grizzlies, I guess, they try to get he's kind of a vet. He's only like 26. But KCP, watching him, he can light up. Next, Gallinari for the Heat. This one is a really good fit. If Gallinari wants to win and get paid, the Heat are his only realistic option. I don't know about that. And see, the thing is that they have Bam Adebayo, who can hit the mid-range jumper, but Gallinari is just so good at shooting. Every team wants a spacer like him. Apparently, they tried to trade for him in the deadline, but the Thunder were actually good, so they decided to make a playoff run to be respectable with a bunch of draft picks. Next, the Bucks with Serge Ibaka. I like it. Serge Ibaka had one of his best seasons ever. Let's see. So we might have the ultra deep range of Brook Lopez, but he's still a very good shooter. He was like the best shooter on the Raptors, ahead of probably Norman Powell is pretty good. OG is, of course, over Siakam. He was better than that. He is pretty good on defense, of course. And if he wants a big deal, it would make sense for him to re-sign on a season and reevaluate in 2020 if Antetokounmpo bounces. So yeah, a 1-year deal is probably what Serge will get for the Bucks, like they said here, or the Raptors. Next, Jerami Grant from the Timberwolves. That's going to be a good fit. He can guard almost every position. He slowed down LeBron sometimes, except in Game 6. Game 5, I meant. LeBron took over in the 4th quarter. That was insane. But Jerami Grant, he's a good defender. They need good defense alongside D'Angelo Russell and Karl-Anthony Towns and potentially LaMelo Ball. I think they should get Anthony Edwards, though. He can guard all 5 positions, can shoot the 3-ball, and can switch. Perfect. Next, Pelicans re-sign Brandon Ingram. Of course, he's restricted, so they better re-sign him to the max. Next, Knicks Freddie. Definitely. I don't know if they want to give him a 3-year, $60 million deal, $20 million. I think he definitely deserves $20 million. See, the thing is that if he goes with the Raptors, they want to have as much cap space as they can. So I don't think Freddie wants a 1-year deal. I think he wants a long-term deal. And the Knicks are willing to give him. As we all know, the Knicks don't sign any free agents. They're the laughing stock of the NBA. So I guess getting a quality point guard is always a good sign. But I don't know if they're going to draft a point guard this year like Cole Anthony / RJ Hampton or even a Killian Hayes. But I'm okay with that. Next, OKC Thunder, Kent Bazemore. So just another wing who can defend. He got a $19 million deal, but at least it expired. So, sure. I don't know if they're competing, though. Maybe try to get a young asset. That's what I would do. Next, Orlando Magic, Jordan Clarkson. Yes, they need some scoring off the bench. Their scoring is so bad. They're top 10 defensively, but the worst offense of the 22 teams in the bubble. So Jordan Clarkson can light it up. That's what he will do. Now he's making, I don't know if he'll get $9.8 million. I think another team will give him more, but if he can sign him with the Magic, that would be a pretty good fit. Next, Sixers, DJ Augustine. Sure, point guard who can shoot, a pretty small one, but he is 32 years old, a backup definitely. But, I mean, he probably will take a minimum, and unless they sign like Alec Burks back, or Glenn Robinson III, sure, a backup PG, that's fine. Next, Suns, Evan Fournier. Okay, so you're going to run him at the 3, or Bogdan when it comes to mind, but I'm going to do clap six with Aaron Baines, Sarge, the stud, and Frank Kaminsky. Evan Fournier should be on the target. He had one of his best seasons ever, putting up like 21 points. Sure, he didn't do well in the playoffs, but they were hounding him. But they took game 1. They're the best game 1 team in the league. Shout out to Scooter Magruder. So he isn't a playmaker like Bogdanovich is, but he is a scorer, and he's 27 years old. Next, for the Trailblazers, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. They need a wing. They have no wing depth. Sure, they have Gary Trent Jr., but they need a good defender, and Rondae Hollis-Jefferson can do that. He has a low ego, and I think he'd be a pretty good fit. Maybe also try to get Mo Harkless, who they had before, and I don't know, but he would be a pretty good fit. Next, Sacramento Kings, Myers Leonard, the best bench player in the league. So I mean, I don't know. The Kings maybe get like an energy guy, but I don't see why okay, they need a specialist. So he's good on defense, sure, and he can shoot it, sure. Spurs, Justin Holiday, good, a good 3-and-D guy. Everyone will take a good 3-and-D guy, as he says here. He'll probably take a 3 to 4 year mid-level exception deal to secure them. With DeRozan, if he declines it, I think he's accepted it. And LaMarcus being free agents in 2021, they're probably hitting their B-bar. Next, Toronto Raptors, Goran Dragic. They already have Kyle Lowry, but he's not a bench player, definitely. He's been stepping up so much in the playoffs. Sad to see him injured. I wanted a good series as a Lakers fan, but Goran Dragic is Toronto's man. He's 34, so maybe a 1-year deal so they can go for Giannis. Next, Utah Jazz with Langston Galloway, a good shooter, can provide a little bit of defense, but yeah, 6'1", took 60% of his shots beyond the 3-point line. So yeah, every team wants a shooter. And finally, Washington Wizards re-signed Davis Bertans, no question. With John Wall coming back, Bradley Beal, Ruby Hachimura, and Davis Bertans is such elite shooting. He drilled 47% of his threes this year when the defenders were at least 6 feet apart. So that's insane. He's probably the best shooting power forward in the league. Yeah, probably. So yeah, so that's going to be the video. I thank you all very much for watching. If you like the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. And I'll see you all next time.